So, you want to get a raise. You want the girl to say yes. You want your dad to say, sure, you can have a new car. What you need is a yes. Technically, what you need are 3 yeses. Here's what I mean. I had a friend named Travis. He is a killer salesperson, but when he started out, not so much. He used to sell silk flowers, and his presentation used to go like this. He'd say, "You don't want these, do you?" And the prospect, of course, would agree with him and say, "No." And so he didn't sell many silk flowers. But then he remembered a technique. It's a persuasive technique that his father, a very successful attorney, taught him. That technique is get people to say yes. And they can say yes to anything, but if they say yes 3 times, chances are when you ask them for what you really want, they'll continue to say yes. Yeses, his dad explained, lead to more yeses. Using that technique, Travis could almost always get what he wanted, even from his own father. And his father taught him that technique. Here's how we do it. And by the way, here's the good news. That technique will work for you. Let me give you an example of how it worked for Travis. Let's say Travis wanted to go to the movies and it was a school night, so his dad would be predisposed to say no. So when his dad got home from work, Travis would say, "Hey Dad, it's a beautiful day out, isn't it?" His dad would say, "Yes." And then he'd say, "Dad, you remember my friend Joe, right? Joe's the guy who you think looks like Brad Pitt." And his dad would say, "Yeah, I remember Joe." And then Travis would say, "You know, it's really nice to have a friend to do things with." And his dad would say, "Yeah." And then he'd say, "Dad, Joe and I'd like to go to the movies tonight. Can we?" And his dad would say, "Yeah." And just to make sure his dad said yes, he did an extra step. And that was answer objections before they come up. So he got the 3 yeses before he asked, "Can we go to the movies?" But then he would also say, "Dad, would it be okay if we went to the movies? We'll be home before 10, and Joe's mother said if we walk down there, she'll be glad to pick us up." So that way Travis's dad wouldn't have to come get him. And then his dad was really predisposed to saying yes. Get 3 yeses and then top it off by answering any possible objections before they could come up. Several things will happen. Not only will you probably hear yes, but that will put you in a good mood. You'll also enjoy putting the other person in a good mood, and you'll enjoy making the sale. Yes?